Hello, everybody. Welcome to Module 3. This is going to be a little shorter probably than the regular videos, but we're going to cover everything, I think. This time, I'm going to start with my notes on the work coming up. Last week, we had a thinking exercise that asked you to start considering the subject you might select for writing the milestone paper for this course. Now, I said you didn't need to do any hard work, just flip through the readings for the class and start supposing what you might like to analyze. This is the week where you actually need to, well, announce what you suppose, and that'll be done in our discussion forum. That means that you need to post your outline for what you've been thinking of by Thursday. And your task in the discussion will be to offer suggestions and criticism to others. Aim for your remarks to be constructive and helpful. Please note, you are asked to offer your responses to at least 3 others this time, instead of the usual 2 responses, all right? So we'll also be doing a second analysis paper, and this one will wrap up our work on Cather. Our subject for that will be what we're calling the woman's plot. As the module overview says, representations of women in literature up until the 20th century are pretty one note. There are exceptions, but generally speaking, women, when they appear, are really brought into play as characters insofar as they are filling roles that relate to men. They are daughters, they are wives, they are mothers, they're lovers. They may even be the femme fatale, but almost never are they just people. So what we want to note in thinking about My Antonia is how Cather goes to great lengths to represent some of her female characters in exactly that light, as people. Probably the firmest example of that is Lena. But we can also, of course, talk about our main character as well. So we also need to think about the subject of endings in order to bring this into line. And my suggestion is that this plays into the whole woman thing and into naturalism. Even today, we tend to want stories to be self-contained and to really pay off in the end. If we watch a film that has an open-ending close or the conclusion to a TV series that sort of just stops, we feel unsatisfied. However, what we need to realize is that a story having an ending that wraps everything up neatly is a real sign of its fictional nature, because nothing in our lives ever works that way. So if we really want a story to seem realistic, the thing to do is to write one that mirrors the actual way that life works. So at its core, I think we can see that's what Cather has in mind, a representation of how personal relationships interlink and continue despite the changes that time and distance bring. For any audience unacquainted with her story, when they start it and see a reminiscence from a man about a girl he used to know, this can really only have one of 2 endings. Either he got the girl or he didn't, and that'll be the crux of the whole thing. Yet, as you can gather already, that is not where Cather is going with this at all. So the problem is, as I say, that we do still love that romantic ending that flips all our circuits into the on position, and we're all ready for a they lived happily ever after, or the big showdown at the end that solves all the problems so we can sigh happily and close the book. Now, part of the object of naturalism is to cause the reader to reflect, and crafting an ending that resists giving the reader what they want is a prime way of doing this. So, as I say, when we think about women in the plot and we think about the way Cather is going to bring all this together, we can really think about how she's moving things forward in a couple of different ways. One with a reformative agenda, such as a feminist might care to employ, and the other, as a naturalist might want to do, in resisting giving the reader what they want to make them think about what it is that they want, why they want it, and, you know, make them consider their relationship with fiction and with these ideas behind it. Again, why they want to be so fulfilled by seeing people get together. All right. So that's really about it. As I said, a little shorter than usual. I'll be back again next time. If you have questions about anything or want to know about anything, how to get in contact with me, and you just go ahead and do that. Till then, adios.